welcome back to the channel. My name is Katie. If you saw the title of today's video, guys, we are doing a deep dive into some of the things going on with Amber Heard's finances because apparently she might be in trouble because she has been moving money around to try to protect from Johnny, and this could not bode well for her appeal, and this could not bode well for her legally, and could she criminally get in trouble if she's trying to hide funds? We're going to dive into all of that. And before we do, if you're new here, hi, how are you? I'm Katie, and I like to just giggle at everything we see that's stupid in the mainstream media, because here's the thing, guys. We hear nothing about Ghislaine Maxwell being sentenced, Jeff, an airplane, an island, and a little black book. But we hear nonstop about this. Yeah, we're going to laugh about it. We'll extrapolate everything we can, but we're just going to see how stupid and silly this is and have some fun. So if you'd like to have some fun with me on this channel, would love to have you. Make sure and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. As well, guys, giving away my $100 gift card. Really simple. It helps me. It helps you. All you got to do, like the video, subscribe, hit notifications, comment, share this content, and watch this video from start to finish. Babes, you're entered and eligible, and that is it. Do it for every single video you see. The more likes, the more shares, the more comments, and boo-boos, the more times you watch from start to finish, more chances you have of winning. Good luck. Let's do an overview because the media has done some really interesting things. So first of all, this is the big story. Apparently, she just sold her home for, I think, $1.1 million, which she made a profit off of because she bought it for $570,000 in 2019. Anybody who bought homes back then, because of the housing market now, is probably doing pretty well with them, and more power to you. And make your money, boo-boo. But here's the interesting part. People have dug into what's going on there, and apparently the money is going through a trust. And people are trying to figure out what that is because the trust is not owned by Amber. Now, the rumors have been swirling for a long time that Amber's sugar daddy is Elon Musk. Now, apparently they had some embryos frozen and she took him to court because she wanted to use those embryos. She won, and suddenly she has a kid and nobody knows who the father is. So we're all pretty much speculating Elon is not just the child's father, but he's probably paying all kinds of stuff. It's just how she's able to get private jets and have mansions and do all these things while saying she's still broke. So one of the questions is, what's going on with that trust, and is it possible that Elon Musk is the one that's setting it up, or somebody within his entourage or employ? So that's one thing. But the other thing, guys, is more information is coming out. So by the way, understand I am not pro Amber and I'm not taking a side. To me, Amber is a turd. Amber turd fits her perfectly, but I am somebody that likes to weigh information objectively and fairly. I know in this society it's not allowed. You've got to be one extreme side or the other, especially if you're talking about politics, but that's not how I operate. I try to weigh all information fairly. And we have reports that are coming out about her finances, and one of them, she's been, as we know, painted and portrayed as this gold digger, right? And look, we can argue it all day, every day, and I think there is a lot to that simply because she got $7 million from Johnny and then never donated it and lied about it. Oh, it went to legal fees. Well, no, it didn't. It absolutely did not go to legal fees if your insurance was paying for that and now your insurance is suing you. But apparently, when she was going through divorce, when she was going through all that with Johnny, her lawyers encouraged her to take more money and she refused. She could have taken half of his earnings and she said no, and they very much pressured her. The media is taking this story and running with it, and they're trying to make it look like Amber Heard is this really misunderstood person and very, very altruistic. I want to get in that story, and then we're going to dive into this trust situation because I do think it is interesting how the media continues to portray her as the ultimate victim no matter how much she lies. It's like they really do think we're stupid. At this point, the media really thinks we're stupid, that we're going to keep buying this, but they know we're not buying it, so why keep shoveling it down our throats? Well, I guess if you just tell us enough, you're going to gaslight us to believe it, or maybe we're just getting hip and smart to their BS. So let's go ahead and let's take a look and see exactly what the media is saying and what's going on with this trust, as well as the rumors with the IRS. This is going slow because I don't want my mic to... And this is from Hollywood Life. It says, Amber Heard rejected $16 million divorce settlement from Johnny Depp before the court case. The Aquaman star turned down a large sum of money during divorce proceedings from her ex-husband, as revealed in new court documents. Amber Heard didn't take a multi-million-dollar settlement from her ex-husband Johnny Depp when the pair split up in 2017. New, unsealed court documents show that the actors turned down a huge settlement as the pair split up, according to the Daily Beast. The docs, which were rejected by the judge for the 2022 defamation trial, revealed email exchanges between Amber 36 and her lawyers discussing the payout. The court documents revealed that Johnny's earnings for Pirates of the Caribbean 4 were $33 million, and the outlet theorized that it's very possible that his salary for the 5th movie was the same or more. Because Pirates 5 was filmed during Johnny, 58, and Amber Heard's marriage, she would have been entitled to half of the earnings for it. But the email exchange in the court documents revealed that Amber Heard turned down the money. An email from her lawyer included in the docs revealed that they said she was amazingly true to her word, that this is not about the money. The findings from the new court documents come shortly after both stars have appealed the verdict of the trial. The Aquaman star made it clear that she planned to appeal the verdict as soon as the jury was out. Her team officially filed paperwork for an appeal on July 13th. The appeal came after efforts for her team to have the ruling deemed a mistrial were rejected. Amber Heard claimed that a wrong juror was seated, an attempt to have the verdict thrown out. After his ex filed to appeal, Johnny's lawyers also filed paperwork to appeal the ruling that he had to pay Amber $2 million, as was decided by the jury. The trial ended in June, with the court awarding Johnny $10 million in damages, saying that it had found that Amber had defamed him. The jury did also award Amber $2 million in damages for statements made by lawyer Adam Waldman. Since the trial ended, Johnny has been returning to work, and after performances with musician Jeff Beck, he did release an album with the guitar legend, and he's also soon to be getting back into movies, and he was spotted with a new hairstyle for an upcoming role. And Amber's reportedly writing a tell-all book, which we'll get into in a little bit. Now, let's go into this trust. This is where this is. Very short, and then we're going to dive in. Amber Heard sells Yucca Home Valley for over $1 million and scores a major profit. And you can see pictures here, and I also have a video where you can see all the details and exactly what it looks like. It is a beautiful home. Amber Heard is leaving the desert, at least the Southern California part of it anyway, as she just offloaded her secluded home for quite a bundle, TMZ has learned. The Yucca Valley home was long rumored to belong to AH since the trial earlier this year was recently sold for $1.05 million, with a closing date of July 18th. This, according to Zillow Property Records. The crib has been purchased in 2019 through an anonymous trust that reportedly has ties to Amber, getting quietly snapped at the time for just over $570,000. So she did make a profit, and it says, well, speculation is over. TMZ got a hold of the new owner of this pad, and he tells us, yes, he'd in fact been dealing with Amber's people on this deal, but never Amber herself. With the parcel having changed hands, Amber walked away here with almost double what she paid for it 3 years ago, a rough profit of about $480K, which is nothing to sneeze at. She'd bought it pre-pandemic, and since then, property values have mostly gone up. That's for everybody. And of course, things are supposedly tight for her, especially with this $8.3 million judgment to benefit Johnny looming, even though she's tried to appeal it officially. Her attorney said she can't afford to pay, but frankly, her financial sitch is ill-defined these days. In her day-to-day, Amber's been bouncing around since the conclusion of the trial in June, although we'd seen her a bit in New York, either in the city or the Hamptons. Now there seems to be a U-Haul in her immediate future, because she's on the move yet again. So it looks like there is somebody who is doing. So it looks like this was bought through a trust. Now this is why a lot of people are talking about this and why I want to bring it up, because just because Johnny won the trial does not mean he immediately gets all her stuff or her money. He has to hire some type of company or law firm to go after her, to get assets, seize assets, garner wages, figure out where all the money is. But in between that time, guys, there are different legal maneuvers and loopholes that Amber can do in a situation like this, where she can move money around or she can do different things to try to make sure Johnny can't access it, as well as she probably had been doing things like this long before the trial started, because we know she had been planning, right? She had been planning already to move her money around in case things didn't go well, with her buying that house and then getting the insurance, and the insurance she got on the house made sure if she was sued. So between her and the director of the ACLU, which we've talked about, they had been planning this for months in advance to put this op-ed out and try to protect her. So most likely, guys, what we are seeing, this is nothing new. These are things that have been set in place, and people speculate, is this the result of Elon Musk? And honestly, probably. I would assume, and that's the other thing. So I want to talk about, because I'm curious what you guys think about this article when it comes to, well, Amber turned down all that money. It's not about the money. What do you guys think about that? Does that change your image of her at all? Because here's what I would say. We can argue all day already, okay, she could have taken more money, but here's the thing. Had she taken half of his money knowing she was going to be a domestic blank survivor, that makes her look bad. She needs to have an image of, I'm doing this all for an altruistic reason, right? So that's the other thing. She took the $7 million and never donated it. So I kind of scratch my head when the media is like, oh, look how altruistic she is, and it wasn't about the money for her. Well, clearly, in my opinion, it was, if she lied about those donations and then on the stand said it had to go to legal fees when we know her insurance paid them. So that's not true. So is it more a calculated move? And this is what I'm thinking. Was it more that she knew, I'm going to put this op-ed out. I'm going to be a domestic blank survivor. I'm going to go and I'm going to be the face of all of that, and I'm going to do speaking engagements. I'm going to make a ton of money doing this, as well as still hopefully maybe in her mind being in Hollywood. So I'm going to end up making more money and setting up a long-term career for myself in this stuff, and, you know, getting all that attention because I'm a victim of blank. So as a result, it's actually it's a better financial move for her not to go after Johnny for too much money, because she needs to put that PR image out that everything she's doing is altruistic, so then she can go have a long-term career with all of this. You see where I'm going with this? So this is something I've been thinking about, because I wondered, I'm like, well, does that change my opinion of her? Well, no, because we've also seen her do too many other things. For instance, why was she fighting Elon Musk so hard about these embryos when it's something he didn't want? What, like, I think, honestly, and I know, look, I'm going to say this really lightly, okay? But trying to force somebody to have a child, whether or not you're a man or a woman, and it's one thing, I understand if you hook up and things happen. I understand things happen. I'm not saying that. But in this position where she is trying to force a child even to medically happen, right? In a situation like that, that seems to be very P-word to me. And when I say P-word, think people who aren't... people who try to take power over you intimately. P-word, right? Not with children, not that P-word, but P-R, and then maybe an E-A, or P-R-E-N-D, and then a Tory at the end, right? That's what that seems like to me. And it seems like she also knew, because of that situation, she has financial means. That would all set her up for life to be able to get in his pocketbooks on some level. Because here's the thing, well, you could argue, well, you just stop paying her. Yeah, well, then she could try to go to the media and do a paternity test. Does he want all that? So she's kind of hamstrung him. And so I don't buy it. I don't buy that because she didn't take more of Johnny's money. Everything she's doing is very altruistic. I think with her, everything is planned. I think everything is very calculated. And I think this was all about her image to set her up to make more money in the future. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you think of my assessment? Do you think I'm onto something here? Do you think, I don't know, am I kind of going down blank theory lane a little too much? Sound off in the comments and let me know, but it just kind of drives me nuts. And what do you guys think about this trust? Do you think Elon set it up, and do you think she's going to get in trouble for it? I guess it would all depend on who it's going through, how, and the taxes. But that's another question. Amber may be getting in big trouble soon, because depending on what happened with her taxes, did she do that $7 million as a tax donation write-off? So the IRS could be right on her heels. That information will be coming out later. All right, guys, if you like this video and you like content like this, y'all, I'd love to continue to have you around. So make sure and subscribe, hit that notification bell. I love seeing you guys, and we can just keep giggling together as well. Remember, giving away a $100 gift card, and guys, my channel's still really small, and like almost nobody is doing this. So to be entered and eligible for that, so simple. This is all you have to do. Like the video, subscribe, hit notifications, comment, and share this content. Watch this video from start to finish. That's it. That's all. And that's all. You're entered. And do it for every video you see. The more likes, the more shares, the more comments, and the more times you watch from start to finish, the more chances you have of winning, because the more times you're entered to win. And guys, almost nobody's doing this because I'm still a small channel, but you have a really good shot. So good luck, everybody, and I will be announcing winners soon. I'll be announcing winners on Monday. So there you go. Well, one winner. We'll announce one winner. Okay, guys, I think that's it for me here. Take care, lots of love, lots of blessings. Until the next video, as always, I'm giving everybody hugs. Mwah. Kisses, stay safe, and as always, yeah, girl, we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.